Namaste. Let's look at Sloka number 62 and 63 today in chapter 2. Dhyāyato viṣayān puṁsaḥ saṅgas teṣūpajāyate saṅgāt sañjāyate kāmaḥ kāmāt krodho'bhijāyate krodhād bhavati saṁmohaḥ smṛti-vibhramaḥ smṛti-bhraṁśād buddhi-nāśo buddhi-nāśāt praṇaśyati. dhyāyatah viṣayān puṁsaḥ saṅgah teṣūpajāyate saṅgāt sañjāyate kāmaḥ kāmāt krodho'bhijāyate krodhād bhavati saṁmohaḥ smṛti-vibhramaḥ smṛti-bhraṁśād buddhi-nāśāt praṇaśyati. Bhagavan in the previous sloka had talked about a jnani as to how he controls all his senses and a focused mind which is always set on that Brahmatattvam. Shamaha and Damaha are his very own nature. In these two slokas, Bhagavan explains the consequences of one who does not follow Shamaha and Damaha. Now let's go into the slokas. Dhyāyatah viṣayān puṁsaḥ. Generally, we do not develop attachment to a thing or a person just by mere sight. It's only when we think about it we develop some kind of attachment. It's precisely this that Bhagavan is saying here. Dhyāyatah, thinking about it, contemplating about a thing or a person who has come within our range of senses. Puṁsaḥ saṅgah teṣūpajāyate. The person develops an attachment with that thing or person. Saṅgāt sañjāyate kāmaḥ. Bhagavan explains the next step. From attachment arises desire. Desire to possess a particular thing or a person. Kāmāt krodho'bhijāyate. And from desire, anger develops when there is an hindrance in getting that particular thing. Krodhād bhavati saṁmohaḥ. Saṁmohaḥ meaning delusion or lack of discrimination on what can be done and what cannot be done. Saṁmohāt smṛti-vibhramaḥ meaning loss of knowledge gained from shastras and teachers as to how one should conduct one's life. Acharya Shankaracharya explains here that smriti utpatti nimitta prapto anutpattihi. Basically, when there is a situation where you have to apply what has been learned from the shastras, those do not come into your memory. Smṛti-bhraṁśād buddhi-nāśo. It is the buddhi which decides to do a particular action. Niṣṭhayātmika buddhihi. The antakaranam or the inner instrument is divided as four. Manaha, buddhi, chittam and ahankaram. Manaha is chanchalatmika. This or that, and niṣṭhayātmika buddhihi. So a person when doing some action is based on what his buddhi decides. Now for a person engulfed in desire and anger, his buddhi does not do the right thing as ordained by the shastras. Buddhi-nāśāt praṇaśyati. The person is ultimately destroyed. So Bhagavan has clearly given seven steps for destruction of a person. So it all started with dhyāyatah, thinking about a particular thing, and from that attachment came, from attachment desire came, and when the particular thing was not available or hindered for some reason, it went into anger. From anger, delusion came. From delusion, smṛti-vibhramaḥ, meaning unable to recollect what the shastras or acharyas have taught us. Smṛti-bhraṁśād buddhi-nāśo. His faculty of deciding what to do is destroyed and ultimately the person reaches destruction. Let's look at a small story. King Nahusha is from the Chandravamsha dynasty and one of the ancestors of the Pandavas. Nahusha was a good king and he ruled well. He performed 100 Ashwamedha yagas. Generally, when one performs 100 Ashwamedha yagas, he becomes fit to become Indra. And at that time, Indra had to leave his post because of a particular sin. So, Nahusha became Indra. After becoming Indra, Nahusha lost all his Shama and Dhamma. He was engaged in enjoying the pleasures of heaven. One day, he happened to see Shachi Devi, wife of Indra. She was very beautiful, hence he wanted to marry her. So he went and told other devas about it. All the devas told him that it was not right, but Nahusha did not listen. So he sent a word to Shachi to become his wife. All the devas ran to Shachi and told her about what was happening. Shachi ran to Brihaspati. Brihaspati gave her shelter and also told her a way out. According to which Shachi Devi came to Nahusha and told him, "All right, I am ready to become your wife, but a condition. You have to come to my palace on a palanquin which is carried by the Saptarishis." Nahusha, carried away by his desire, accepted to this condition. The Saptarishis are worshipable people. However, because of his desire, his mind deluded and smṛti-vibhramaḥ, he decided to ask them to carry his palanquin. The Saptarishis did not say anything and they carried his palanquin. However, sage Agastya was very short and hence kept small steps. This further irritated Nahusha, and out of anger he kept his foot on sage Agastya and said, "Sarpa, Sarpa." In Sanskrit, Sarpa means two things. First, it means fast, fast. Second thing, it means a snake. So, Nahusha kept his foot on Agastya and said, "Fast, fast." Sage Agastya became very angry. So he cursed Nahusha, "Become a sarpa," meaning become a snake. Hence, Nahusha became a snake and fell down from heaven. It was all his desire which led him to final destruction. Hence, control of the senses and control of the mind are of utmost importance, not only for our spiritual progress, but for our day-to-day life. We'll continue again with the next sloka. Dhanyavadaha.